Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into my channel. It's Corina again, and we are going to move into another video. Today we're going to be talking about bleaching knots. Bleaching knots as a beginner can be really tough to do because it is hard to know when you are done bleaching, when it's bleached correctly, and unless you have somebody like kind of sitting in front of you, it can be like a trial and error thing. I know because I went through it. I made mistakes. I still make mistakes all the time. So in this video, we are going to go through bleaching knots for beginners. And it actually is going to turn into a twofold video because I actually over bleached the knots and it bled through, excuse me, it bled through and it got onto the hair. So I'm going to show you how to fix that mistake. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to keep up with all new videos, click that notification bell so that you can always get notification when I send out new videos. But without further ado, let's get to the video. These knots are not bleached. You see all these little black dots on here? We don't want that. We are going to fix that so that you don't see those little black dots there. Now, I cut the lace off of this before I bleached the knots like a fool, but it's okay. We'll fix it anyway. Just hang on. Now, I'm going to bleach the knots on this right here because they weren't bleached enough. At first, they weren't bleached enough for me. So, what you need to bleach your knots, I'm going to use a 20 volume developer, my BW2 bleach, my bowl. Get that? I'm sure you can see that. Yeah, there you go. I always call it a paintbrush, but it's a dye brush. And some gloves because bleach can stink. So I'm gonna put my gloves on before I touch it. And this is just the way I do it. Feel free to do whatever you want to do. So when I'm bleaching my knots, I'm going to just take one scoop of the bleach, put it in my bowl. And then I'm going to take the developer and I'm going to put it in by the capful so that I can kind of try to measure it, because you don't want it soupy, you want it kind of pasty like. Try to stir it. I want it pasty, like, because if it's too runny, what'll happen is, and see, this is not enough. This is a little, no, actually this is okay. I think this might be okay. Yeah. See that? Kind of sticks. And it's kind of hanging on there. You don't want it runny, because if you make it runny, it'll go through and it'll bleach the hair and your knots will be over bleached. So, alright, that's the good consistency right there. I'm feeling that consistency. So now I'm just gonna take my unit. Oh, put my unit in here. I'll put that inside there. And we are going to lightly brush it on here. We do not want to press, because if you press, that is how it runs through. It goes through the knots and it bleaches the hair, so we want to try to avoid that. I'm making a bit of mess here. Why it's best to not cut your lace off first, because you can accidentally get hair in it, which it looks like I'm doing that, like a fold, but it's okay. I'll fix it. I will fix it. There we go. Like a paste, some kind of thing out. And I'm gonna let it sit. Got about 20 minutes. I'm gonna leave it on there for about like 20 minutes. Then I'm gonna come back and check it and see what it's looking like. So for the sake of time, we ain't gonna stand here and stare at this for 20 minutes. So I'll be back. Okay, so we're back and it looks good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get my purple shampoo and conditioner. I'm gonna go and wash this out. Okay, so I had to re-bleach it because I guess I didn't leave it on there long enough. Oops, sorry. I guess I didn't leave it on there long enough, so I had to go back in and make another batch. Same deal, 1 scoop of bleach and 2 capfuls of my 20 volume developer. What I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna leave it on there for another 20 minutes. I left it on there for 15 minutes last time and I really couldn't tell. I thought that it was the way I wanted, but by the time I rinsed it off and washed it, it was not light enough. It still wasn't. It still didn't look right. So, but be careful doing this because bleaching weakens your lace and it can cause shedding. So don't do like my dumb butt did. Get it right the first time, okay? All right. We'll be back in 20 minutes. It don't matter. I always record over this. And record over it. Okay, so the last time I under bleached the daggone knots. Now, look at this mess. I have over bleached the knots. Lord, Lord, Lord. What am I going to do? Fortunately, there's a fix for that. So, since I had to go in and bleach it twice, I want to make sure that the hair can rejuvenate somewhat. So I'm going to put some deep conditioner on it and deep condition it just to, because this lace is tight right now and that's cool. I get it. I'm going to put some on the hair up top. In fact, I'm probably just going to cover the whole head with a deep, and just do a deep conditioner on this thing. This is what I'm using is Dove Intensive Care conditioner for damaged hair. So I like to use this. I use this on my hair and my daughter's hair, and it's really good. It smells nice too. So I'm just gonna take this. And what did I do with my hair? Make sure I get the ends. take this and put it in a plastic bag, and yep, I am literally going to heat this up and let it sit for a little bit. We'll let that sit for, you know, about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, the same way I would with my natural hair. So we're gonna let it sit, and I'm gonna heat it and let it sit in the heat so that it can get down in there. And then when I come back, we're gonna fix those overbleach knots. Okay, so now as you can see, it's not that bad, but I did overbleach the knots just a little. So we're going to fix that though, so that, wait, is that my phone? We're gonna fix that because anybody got time for that? I don't want that like that. So we're gonna fix that. Yes? Yeah. Alright, so what I got was some Color Charm 3N, which is a dark brown. And I'm going to take that and we're going to mix it with my 20 volume developer. Again, we're going to pull that back out where it went. Here. With that, a little bit of that. And I'm going to use my spoolies. I'm going to take one of these spoolies out. I got these from my local beauty supply store. Looks like there's 12 in here, which is good because I need some for lashes and eyebrows and all that. So I'm just going to take, okay, I guess I'm going to throw one. Okay, well, I'm going to just take this one. One of those. This one cut. Now you want to be careful with this because I saw somebody else do this and she was like, you know, you want to be careful doing this method because you don't want to accidentally bleach your lace, which will be a whole different problem. So I'm just going to take this and go down the middle. Fortunately, the overbleaching was pretty light this time. Last time I overbleached my knots, it was bad. It was just crazy bad. I wound up having to, I wound up having to freaking bleach the whole, I just bleached the whole front of the hair and wound up making a custom color. It actually came out cute, but the overbleaching on that unit was really, really bad. Oops. So, but I mean, you can see that they're bleached the way they're supposed to be though. I just gotta fix where I overbleached and where it kind of bled through a little. Trying to use this little bit of plastic to protect my canvas head, but I don't know how well that's working out. I'm just pulling too tight. I'm gonna take before I do that, get my gloves because I'm gonna be in my feelings if I got something all on my hands. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 4. And I don't quite need that whole bottle, so I really didn't want to waste it. And we're only going to do 2 of these because 2 of these are about the equivalent of that. About the equivalent of 1 of these. So I'm just going to take my little spoolie and I'm going to mix it. Let's mix this. Mix that. I'm going to add, because that's looking a little, so I'm going to add, there we go, 1 more capful of that, because I'm trying to be careful with the dimensions here. I've seen people do straight black. I personally didn't want to do a straight black because the hair, it's not straight black, and to me it just, I look weird with just jet black hair. I don't like it on me. It doesn't match with my skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my spoolie and I'm going to go in on the roots, and I'm going to take my time and be careful because I don't want to stain my lace. So I'm going to go in carefully, just trying to touch up that hair that I accidentally over bleached. And let's hope that this works because this looks a little light for it, but okay. There we go. Alright, now we're going to go in on the other, so we're going to go in right here up top. You get that good. I said we are taking our time. We are not trying to rush this because last thing we want is to mess up your lace. Okay. I'm going to take, and I'm just going to part it. Make sure I can get everywhere I made my mistake again. You want to be careful. Well, this don't look too bad over here. This actually looks okay. I don't really need to do too much here. It looks like it was primarily the middle part and the front that got a little light. So I'm just gonna keep doing this for the sake of time. We're not gonna keep going through this whole thing. We're just gonna, for the sake of time, we're gonna stop. I'm gonna go in with that. Before I stop, I'm gonna go in one more time. That's a little light right there. But this right here looks pretty good. It looks like it was primarily that middle and right in the front. So do you see that like super light piece, this lightness right here? This is what we're trying to get rid of. Let me lean that over so you can see it. Yeah, this right here is what we're trying to get rid of. I'm gonna go take my time and go in with that spoolie. Get that right there. Yep. There we go. Same thing for this part right here. I want to carefully get in there. Go. So yeah, so for the sake of time, I'm not gonna keep going through this. I'm just gonna go through and put this in everywhere that it needs to be, and then we'll come back. Okay, and we are back, and it worked. Well, I don't know what I did with my comb that fast. Oh, here it goes. So we got that. It is dyed back. No more light. Those knots are nice and bleached the way they are supposed to be. Yes. So thank you guys for that part. So yeah. That's how you get that back to the correct color. Next, we're gonna move into the styling portion of things. Personally, I like to let my units air dry so that I don't want to add any more heat to it. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go in with some leave-in and strengthening conditioner by Suave. This is their new cocoa butter and pure coconut oil line. It's created for kind of the natural hair in mind, and so since I've done so much to this hair with the bleaching, since I had to bleach it twice, and then I had to go in and I had to color the knots and refix the hair, I'm going to just go ahead and add some leave-in conditioner to it, just to give it a little bit of extra strength and like kind of fortify it a little bit more, because again, this is human hair, so it acts just like our hair, and you don't want to weaken it, because as I stated before, when you bleach and stuff with these knots, it is going to gotta finish cutting that lace. It is going to weaken it. So in order to protect it as best we can, I like to again treat it like it's my hair. So we're gonna I'm gonna let this air dry, and then once it air dries, we're gonna come back for the styling portion. I'll teach you how to mold the hairline and all that great stuff, and how to make it how to make the wig flat. That's what we want to do. We want to make it as flat as possible, and that's what we're gonna do after it air dries. So we will be back in the next video for the styling of this wig.